Welcome to another product feedback video. I've been requested quite significantly through emails and messages saying to please show me the computer you just built. So I thought I'd give you a run through just before I do some extra cooling and lighting on the system, because the EVGA XFX SLi motherboard there, the North Bridge actually runs very hot and you need quite a strong amount of airflow. So I'm installing a couple new fans, switching some fans around just to make sure that it cools it properly, because at the moment it's running at 70 degrees Celsius, which is very hot, should be around like 35-40. But in regards to the computer itself, as you can see there, the Corsair logo, it is a H50 water-cooled Intel Core i7-930. Once the North Bridge cooling is fixed, I'll overclock it to 4 GHz hopefully. On the right hand side you've got triple channel 6 gig RAM. That is the Platinum edition, I believe, from G-Skill, I think it is. And also I have a, if you can see, I'll just move it back a little bit, down the bottom, that's a Radeon 5770. It's pretty adequate for majority of the things that I'm doing. And in terms of power supply, I'm using the Corsair HX650 modular power supply. As you can see, I think I've done a pretty reasonable job when it comes to cable management. It doesn't look too messy. And as you guys might have seen on my previous video, the computer is powered with a G-Skill Falcon II solid state drive, 64 gig, and the 1TB black Caviar Western Digital. And what I'll be doing is I'll actually be putting some lighting and things like that in there. I've actually got some pretty cool LED lighting, which a lot of computers don't use. They use usually like a neon or something. So that's going to look pretty wild. And oh, if you're wondering what sort of case it is a Fractal Define R2. It's not bad. It uses this sort of, I'll show you. It uses this sort of like sound deadening material on there, and basically it's supposed to make the computer a considerable amount quieter when it's in operation, and that's kind of the main thing that I'm trying to aim for. Thought I'd give you another shot of the 5770. It's the black edition, so it's the overclocked version from XFX, which is pretty neat. And what I'll be doing is up the top there, I will get rid of the sound deadening material, and I'll be putting one of these. It's S-Flex. It's called S-Flex, and basically it's a new brand I haven't really heard of, but apparently they run very quiet, and they're about 27 bucks, so not too bad in terms of pricing. And they're supposed to be designed on Sony's ball bearing technology, so it should be very quiet and very reliable. Okay, welcome back. As you can see here, I've installed a LED strip on the top of the case. It's emitting a nice red glow, which I think illuminates the case extremely nicely and matches in with all the other EVGA logo and the ATI Radeon 5770. Just thought I'd show you that. In terms of cooling, what I have done is on the back of the case, now you guys can either say you like this or you don't, and most people would disagree, but this is the best way that I found and gave the most effective cooling, is having the rear fan suck in through the radiator and it's blowing over the North Bridge. And on the front case, so on the front of the case, I'll show you that. On the front of the case I have two of the provided fans which came with the case, sucking air in. So the rear is sucking in, the front is sucking in, and then what I have is I've got on the top of the case up there, that's that S-Flex fan sucking air out. So this is actually providing me with some effective cooling, and I'll show you what temperature I'm getting now when I hook it up properly to the computer. Okay, so after installing these fans, this is the temperatures that it's running on the computer system, but North Bridge is still like 75 degrees. I don't know what to do now, because I've tried pretty much everything, switching around fans, improving airflow, you know, switching around, making sure the air was blowing in from the right way, but still, you know, 75 degrees, it shouldn't be running that hot. It should be like 50 degrees or maybe 45 degrees, something like that. So I'm going to have to muck around with it a bit more before I can actually do anything in terms of overclocking. Oh well, the joy of playing around with computers, hey? Just thought this angle was pretty cool. Just thought I'd show you how it looks when it's all glowing up and working nicely. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you subscribe, leave a comment, and if you can help me with this Northbridge temperature, it would help me quite a lot. So yeah, please leave some advice. Thank you guys.
To be updated on the latest product feedback videos, make sure that you have subscribed.